have more points? Sure. But the RCC defense is no slouch. You know, RCC is a very solid defense as well. So, yeah, you look to really build on this lead here, 17-10 at half. And if Mount SAC can really just remember how it felt to build up and sustain a lead for a little bit of time and then relinquishing that lead ultimately, I'm sure they won't want to do that again, especially here tonight with so many implications involved.
Well, Mount SAC, they'll be kicking away to begin the second half of action, and both teams will trot on out to the field. Alberto Villarreal will get set to boot it deep. And that's the big question mark. Like we just mentioned, can the Mounties defense continue to play as solid as they have so far in this first half? They held RCC to 69 yards offensively in that first half. Can they have a repeat performance here in the second half? Or will the Tigers' offense come alive? We're underway in the second half. Alberto Villarreal will kick it back deep. Tremel Davis, 3 yards into his end zone. He's going to want to take it out. Across the 15, across the 20, and there goes Tremel Davis. Near side of the field, into Mountie territory. Has a man to beat, and he's finally tripped up inside the Mount SAC 30-yard line to the 26. How about that for a start to the second half for the Tigers?
You couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half for the Tigers in prime location here to kick off the third quarter for RCC. Thankfully for the special teams, they did catch up to him, pushing him out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That's the second time in this game Tremel Davis has had a substantial gain of yardage on the kickoff return. He had 37 earlier. That time, a little over 75 as he took it back to the Mount SAC 25. So just like that, RCC, they'll start the second half at the Mountie 25, trailing 17-10. One wide out to the far side of the field. It's Whitney, and a flag flies in as Foster's taken down in the backfield for a loss of 1. We'll await the flag. Might have been an illegal substitution penalty against RCC.
We have a false start.
It's false start.
Against the offense, against the Tigers.
That'll back it up to the Mountie 30-yard line.
Repeat first down. First and 15 from the 30.
So after the penalty, first and 15 for RCC at the Mountie 30. 17-10 Mounties. Their defense could certainly use a stop here, but RCC started at the Mount SAC 25. Foster going to run his way back to the 25 for a pickup of 5. It'll bring up second and 10.
And that was Skylar Crawl, 6'2", 255 out of Glendora, really disrupting the run by Foster, making sure his feet were tangled up. He did slip out of that, but Crawl ended up even with the tackle as he was pushed back on that last carry.
Denzel Foster will look to get it going. Only 16 yards on 5 carries in that first half of action. Second and 10 for RCC at the 25. This time, King will keep, and he spins out of a tackle inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line. He'll pick up a first down. The Mounties had him after a pickup of 3, but King was able to spin out of a tackle, and it looks like he picked up the first down. Maybe he was a little bit short.
And Joseph Bryan just really reading that run by the quarterback and thankfully breaking out of his coverage there in a zone coverage and really stepping up and tackling.
Third and short,
King.
4 wide set. King probably going to run here. He'll roll right. Now he'll take off and run. And he does not get the first down yardage. Maybe he did with that last lunge for the first down marker, but there is a flag that does fly in towards the near side of the field, and we'll await the call. It was a late flag. Might be holding against one of the two teams. We'll have to wait and see.
The referees are discussing it, and
any type of penalty down in the red zone is huge. Are they waving the flag? Still no call down on the field. Holding against Mount SAC. So that'll move the ball half the distance to the goal for RCC. And Coach Jastrab is livid over there on the Mountie sideline. He can't believe it.
He took his hat off. He's on the field right now.
So now the ball moved inside the Mountie 10 to the 9. First and goal for RCC. It's only the second time their offense has been in the red zone tonight. The first time, they were held to just 3 points. 4 wide set. Empty backfield for King. He's going to take off and run. Gets to the near side of the field, and he's taken down after a pickup of 1 to the Mountie 8-yard line.
That was Fa'alua. They really just shot the gap there and went right up the middle and pushed King out to the outside. And fortunately, there was enough of Mounties right there to bring him down for a loss. Well, it looked like it was a loss. They're saying he got a yard there.
Forward progress. Second and goal. 17-10 Mount Sac, 12:34 left to go. Third quarter. For the Tigers knocking on the door. Denzel Foster back into the game in the backfield with Nicholas King. 3 wide set. The lone receiver to the near side of the field, it's Isaac Whitney. Mounties are going to bring the pressure. King going to fire for Whitney in the end zone, but he bounced it to him. Felt the pressure coming, incomplete. It'll bring up a third and goal.
Whitney was really probably chomping at the bit there. Single coverage on Whitney. As that looks
Taekwon
like
Glass.
Taekwon Glass again on the coverage on Whitney, and King would probably want that throw back.
Absolutely. Just throw up a jump ball. Instead, it's third and goal. The Mounties have a chance to hold the Tigers out of the end zone once again. They haven't scored an offensive TD yet, and flags will fly in. Mounties might have jumped off sides.
You know they're coming on the blitz, and unfortunately on that last snap, well, it's a false start.
Well,
so
false start against RCC. So that'll help the Mounties' cause. The ball will be backed up to the Mountie 13.5-yard line. So now most certainly you'd have to think RCC going to throw. 4 wide set. 3 aligned far side of the field. The lone back Foster. It'll be a dump off. Foster inside the 15, inside the 10, inside the 5, and he's taken down right around the 4-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and goal for RCC, and decision time for Coach Kraft. Is he going to keep the offense out there? No, he won't. Out comes the field goal unit.
Heavy hitting there by the Mounties defense. Taekwon Glass, Joseph Bryant, Magalay all in on that tackle, making sure he didn't touch the end zone.
Jimmy Camacho 1 for 1 on the night as far as field goals go. The holder is Matthew Morin, who used to be a quarterback at Glendora High School. So he can throw the football just in case we'd see a fake here. We do not. Camacho will boot it right through the uprights. Good. He's 2 for 2 on the night. But once again, that's got to be a victory for the Mount Sac defense. They keep the offense out of the end zone and maintain a 17-13 lead with 11:40 left to go in the third quarter.
I believe that's a win, and unfortunately the scoreboard doesn't show it, but the Mounties playing with a lot more energy, a lot more enthusiasm and effort, if you will, or even technique as far as it goes. But RCC keeping it close. If Mount Sac doesn't pull away, later on in this quarter, it's going to be a very, very, very tight, snug fourth quarter.
There's really only been one game, Brian, so far this year, and it was the loss at Long Beach for the Mounties, where they've had to play a full 4 quarters with their starters out there. Every other win,
blowout wins
for Mount Sac outside of the loss against Long Beach, blowout wins. And you knew coming into this one it wasn't going to be a blowout win.
Yeah, but we did see some of the second stringers early on in the first quarter.
Coach Jastrab, he knows what he's doing, looking for win number 100 tonight. Solomon and Aaron Vaughn's back deep to receive for Mount Sac. They lead 17-13. Camacho will boot it away. Line drive kick. Vaughn's from his own 1-yard line. Across the 10, 15, 20. Aaron Vaughn's loose across the 35, 40. And he'll barrel over a defender to the 44-yard line. A fantastic return for Aaron Vaughn's, and the Mounties up by 4. Will get some pretty favorable field position here to start their first offensive drive of the second half.
And a couple good returns to start off this second half on kickoffs. And Vaughn's doing a nice job barreling all the way up to the 45-yard line for the Mounties. Let's see if Allo and company can take advantage of their field position here and really smack RCC in the face with another impressive drive. We haven't seen an impressive fluid drive since the first and the last of the half.
See if they can start this half off right. Handoff, Amaris Tolbert gets to the near side of the field, and he'll make his way to the 50-yard line for a pickup of 5. So Amaris Tolbert, he'll keep it going on the ground for Mount SAC.
Yeah, Tolbert was great. So make that 16 carries for him and 73 yards.
Good math.
Doing his job here for the Mounties.
2nd and 5. 3 wide set for Mount SAC. 2 receivers aligned to the far side of the field. The Mounties have it right at midfield. Out of the gun, Allo. He's going to look to pass. Screen pass out to the near side of the field, and this is going to be close to a Mountie first down. Coming up with the reception for Mount SAC, it was Isaiah Manley, and it appears he's just inches away from that first down marker, which rests at the RCC 45. So 3rd and short upcoming for the Mounties, and they'll bring in that power package with Wilson and Vaughn. 2 wideouts split out to each side. I formation, the deep back Vaughns, and Vaughns is going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. I don't believe he got to the first down marker. He did not. And decision time for Coach Dastrab.
That was A.J. Hodgkins, the freshman, 5'11", 235 out of Oregon. 43 tackles on the season and a big one on Vaughns.
So here we go. The Mounties going to go for it on a 4th and short at the RCC 46. They need the 45. I formation, and that'll change everything. The Mounties with a false start. And now they're probably going to have to punt away this football.
Unfortunate for the Mounties. It was 4th and less than a yard there after Vaughns took a big hit, but I don't even think they were going to run a play there, Chris.
They're just trying to draw RCC offsides.
Try and draw them offsides. Unfortunately, it went the other way and getting their own penalty.
A missed opportunity for Mount SAC. 3 and out.
A quick 3 and out.
Fulham on to punt. Tremel Davis back deep to receive. Fulham, end over end kick. Takes a hop inside the 20, now inside the 15. The Mounties will down it right at the 14-yard line. And that's where the RCC offense will take over. 17-13 Mounties, 9:39 left to go third quarter. See if RCC can finally get something going on the offensive side of the football. They've been quiet.
You know, we're looking ahead here and, to next week.
L.A. Harbor.
Against L.A. Harbor at home. They got to really harness some energy here and really utilize it against this RCC team and really put some cushion between them and RCC. It's only a 4-point lead here and plenty of time left in the second half. And, playing such a dominant game defensively, you got to capitalize on the offense.
On a 1st and 10 here for RCC, the handoff will go to Foster, and Foster is going nowhere. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and the Mounties stop the run again. Coming into this game, the Mount SAC defense, 5th in the state. They've only allowed 83.6 yards on the ground per game. 2nd and 10 for Riverside. 3 wide set for the Tigers. 3 aligned to the near side of the field. King pressured. Now rolls out right. Trying to create a play with his feet, and he'll throw incomplete to the near side of the field. Catching it was Jermel Walker, but he didn't have the feet in bounds. Incomplete, 3rd and 10, just like that.
Skylar Krall making sure that King had nowhere to go as he pressured him deep on his own 15-yard line, and Krall doing a great job for the Mounties as King really just doesn't look comfortable in the pocket.
Absolutely not. Threw for just 27 yards in that first half. Just 1 completion here in the second half. 3rd and 10. Mounties looking for a 3 and out to force themselves. King will pump fake, now fire over the middle, and it's incomplete. Once again intended for Isaac Whitney. Taekwon Glass on the coverage. Riverside will punt it away.
So here we go again, like we experienced in the first half, and this benefits Mount SAC as well because it slows the game down, takes the crowd out of it here at Willock Stadium, and the only thing they need to adjust and tweak is getting those first downs that were so repetitive in the first half. 16 in the first half, Chris. Let's see if they can